I play a character named Senior Chang. He is the professor of the Spanish class upon which the pilot was based on, because this is based on a Spanish study group. And I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder. Nothing to do with them directly. It's having to do with the fact that I'm an Asian guy teaching Spanish, and all my life people have found it odd that I do that. You know, why not do something a little bit more race appropriate, like, you know, mathematics, you know, some form of trig, you know, some sort of camera making business, you know, or some sort of mixed martial arts class. Like maybe that'd be more apropos for me to do. And I'm like, you know what? Don't judge a book by its cover. This is what you got. You got Senior Chang, Spanish genius in the house. Just don't even question me, because you'll get burnt. You know, and I've had to go through many. I mean, to get tenure at Greendale Community College, I've had to run through a lot of Martinez's, you know, a lot of Alvarengas, a lot of George Lopez's and Carlos Mencias to get this job, to get tenure, you know, and you know, I'm last guy standing, so it doesn't matter if I'm Asian, just deal with it. I'm El Chino Tigre, you know. Don't mess with me, you'll get bit. Pretty much sums me up. I'm an angry Spanish professor, I suppose. My first scene shooting, I mean, it's like a Shakespearean monologue. It's a long monologue describing from birth to present what my character's all about. So it was the most fascinating piece of like monologue delivery I've ever had in my career, just to literally describe my character in like a third a page or half a page, and it was really cathartic. In college, I was doing theater and, you know, really had the acting bug, you know, fairly early in life, but I was pre-med at that time. And once I got into medical school, I really couldn't do any more theater and acting. And I started doing stand-up comedy on the side, just as a hobby. I was in North Carolina doing this, so I went to undergrad at Duke and med school at University of North Carolina. So I wasn't trying to do it professionally or had any professional ambitions. It was just maybe just going to a bar and doing open mic, you know, as like, it was really more of a hobby. It was like my golf. That's the way I kind of rationalized it in my head. And it was in residency. I did my residency in New Orleans in internal medicine, which is general practice. Whereas my director in residency was, he was like, well, you know, you never have to really choose what you do. It's not like a lot of people ask me, are you doing, you know, are you choosing acting versus medicine? You know, what made you make the transition? But in my mind, they're kind of a blend of each other, where my mentor in residency said, you know, you'll be a better physician because of your comedy background. You'll be a better comedian, a better actor because of your medical background. Because really acting and comedy, it's all about really drawing upon life's experiences. And, you know, I have a kind of a unique kind of life to draw upon, you know, to reference any character, whether it's medical or non-medical, you know. So it's really about just trying to drawing upon life. And so and it's pretty surreal and sublime. I had a completely different life prior to Knocked Up, which is the movie where I had kind of my biggest acting role. Oh, I haven't talked to my family and or friends in 3 years. So, you know, I think it's out of jealousy. You know, I think they're jealous of my success, you know, and my nudity, probably. I did hear my father did say after Hangover, he didn't take after me, you know, jealous again. No, he adopted, did not take after me. No, no. So, again, a lot of haterism in my family. No, my parents have been extremely supportive of me doing this. They know that this is really a dream come true, and more importantly, my wife, who is also a physician, actually encouraged me to do this full time. And if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. So I've really been blessed to having I've really been like fortunate to be surrounded by such positive people in my life, whether it be anything from my family and my kids, to some of the phonies in Hollywood, you know, who rep me. I've been surrounded by a lot of love and positivity, and I've just been so blessed. And this is beyond It truly is beyond it. I think it sounds so cliche, but every day I come in on set and I cannot believe this is actually happening because 2 years ago I had another day job, and this is like the best day job ever right now. So I can't think of any other place I want to be. I do think that if and when this ends, I do plan on going back. I do plan on working, and I do feel like I'm not like quitting my jobs as opposed to, I'm just, different things are taking priority right now, and just kind of taking maybe a hiatus from that. So it's however, I do kind of feel like life is however you want to play it, it really is, and whatever in your mind, how to do things. And so I do think that, I could definitely see I still have my license. I mean, I could definitely see myself going back and using maybe whatever this experience, I learned from this, and channeling it somewhere else. Yeah, it sounds weird, but I could see myself doing that, without without missing a beat.